and you guys are watching the J Devils channel. Yay! I'm so sorry guys, this is my first YouTube video that I will be uploading, or I have uploaded by this point, and I don't know how this intro goes because again, this is the first time, but don't worry, I will do my best to explain stuff while watching this video. So, as per the channel, as per the title rather, um, today I will show you how I render my dark skin on micro keys. Actually, it's a bit late already, but I'm still gonna post this one for you. Um, this is a project that I did for the Atlantis' 20th anniversary. Um, and it's actually not planned because during that time I was just not doing anything. I was bored, and then I don't know if it's in Google or in Facebook wherein I found out that that day was the 20th year anniversary for the movie Atlantis. So it it gave me an inspiration to do a fashion illustration that day, thus the video. And since this is gonna be the first video that I will be posting, or sorry, that I have already posted, wink wink, in this channel already, um, I would just like to say some things about myself. Again, my name is Jedfree. You guys can call me Jay. I am 26 years old and I am a self-taught fashion designer and fashion illustrator. I started doing fashion illustrations when I was young. I didn't even know the term for this back then, but one day my auntie asked me to do a design for her, um, design a gown for her, and then that's just mainly the start of it. But during that time, I was very happy doing it, and my auntie was happy doing with the outcomes of the designs that I've made. So it felt good. That's why I started. That's why I continued doing it. And then a couple of years later, here I am now, um, being so much in love with this passion of mine. Okay. And since this is gonna be a somehow instructional video for you all, let me just say that the marker that I'm using right now is a pro marker, a brush tip pro marker that I bought from Lazada. Now I'm showing you the Tombow marker that I have. Mind you, this is actually a water-based marker. So if you're gonna take a look at the way I render the shadows um, of the illustration, don't I don't render hard because if you're using a water marker, it tends to break the paper if you're really doing it hard. There you go. And then yeah, so let me just give you a heads up of what's gonna happen next. In this video, of course I chose the pro marker as my base marker for the skin, for the base of the skin, and then I use a darker shade. This is actually the closest, even though somehow it's not close yet to the color. I mean, you can see there are some different on the tones of the browns that I used here, but it will actually work out later on. Don't worry. So yeah, the first material that I used is a pro marker brush tip, and then the second one is this Tombow marker for the first layer of shadow, and then there's gonna be a third layer of shadow that I will be adding on the illustration later on. And for the third layer of the shadows, I always use a color pencil. I don't know how you use your color pencils, but that's one of the things that I love about my color pencils is because I can use fine details for my work. See? There you go. And yeah, right now I'm just using a Faber-Castell color pencil. That's, I think, I forgot the the name of the specific color that I'm using, but it's brown. It's one of their browns, and yeah, as you can see, I'm using it just mainly on the outline of the illustration. Um, there, and to tell you honestly, this is not the way I render skin in the past year. I just started doing this specific technique um, half the on the latter part of 2020. So before I just the third layer before the third layer of the shadow that I'm doing was was done with a marker as well. All of them were done with a marker, but this time around or this year, I chose to add more depth um, into my illustrations, and it actually does the job. Like I realized that I have elevated the way I do my illustrations because of this specific technique that I'm doing now. And yeah, and don't worry as well. Um, Starting this video and with my next videos, I will also I'll do my best to put the link of where I purchased these materials from, because I also get a lot of questions regarding the materials that I use, and you will be surprised on how affordable they are, really, if you're from the Philippines, because that is where I purchase my art materials. I don't know for some people, because I also have friends America, um, from America, India, you name it. They're friends that I have that I've met through Facebook as well, and they added me because we are part of the fashion groups in Facebook. So they checked out my designs and they liked it, and then they added me. So that's quite nice. And also, pardon my excuse my English communication skills, because I'm really not that good yet. The only reason why I'm speaking like this is because, again, because of those friends that I've had. I also want them to appreciate or learn from my videos, since I think that's going to be the content that I will be creating moving forward. I will try to be spontaneous with you guys. I will try to do some challenges, but for now, let's just stick to what I know best. Okay, so that's the third layer for the skin rendering that I'm doing. That's a white charcoal pen that I've also purchased from an online application, and basically the reason for that is just to add highlights. Um, and then I'm using that. I don't know what that is called actually. I will put that in in the screen later on. I'll try to search for it. But yeah, I use that to just to spread um, the color on the skin, just so that it will be much smoother. And then there's the fifth layer, the actual highlight. So that's a white gel pen. I just use it near to the outline of the skin, just for an additional shine. There. And maybe at this point you'll be able to notice that I've already outlined the skin using a black gel pen. There, I'm seeing I am close to the illustration, so that you can see how I added those outlines, just for it to have a more contrast from the paper. And I'm so sorry guys if I wasn't able to film the how I render the hair of this illustration. As you can see, it already has um, a color already. And it's just the same technique that I've used. First layer and second layer, from lightest to the darkest, and then darkest to the lightest again. There. So let me just finish. Oh, I forgot that I actually rendered the top part of the clothes of my model here, which is actually good, so that you'll see how I render them there. And as far as I can remember, I also added um, the technique that I have been using for the metallic materials that I've been rendering. So you will see some metallic illustration later on her bangles and also on her earrings and necklace. And yeah, I didn't know that I have put that I have included that here, which is nice. Yeah, there I'm adding some shadows again. Yeah, and right now, guys, as you can see, the marker that I'm using is a Touch 5 marker. Actually, that's a Touch New marker. I will correct it later on. But yeah, that's a Touch New marker, and I've purchased that as well from an online shop, from Lazada. And which is kind of irritating, to be honest, because during the time that I purchased this one, it's a set of 168 markers, different colors. Anyway, but um, during that time, the price was actually 4,500 pesos, including the shipping fee, and that's probably around less than $100, 100 American dollars, and yeah, and and then recently I found out that the same brand is offering the same material or the same markers for just 2,500 pesos. Mainly, basically the half of the price um, that I have uh, paid for. Mm, there. I'm doing that again. I don't know what that is called, but let me know. Let me know in the comment section if you have if you can come up with a term with that specific technique. I don't know what that is called. Again, I'm not trained. I was not trained to be a fashion illustrator. I was just doing it out of for fun. So yeah. I don't know what specific techniques they call it. Maybe some other form of illustration does that technique, but I really don't know. You can help me out, really. Yeah, and just adding some colors on the crystals on her accessories. There. At this point, guys, you'll be able to see how I render metallic accessories or metallic. Actually, it's the same technique that I'm using for the metallic accessories and fabrics. You will add a the main color, which is a yellow color. It can be much lighter, but make sure that you're gonna add two additional layers, which are darker from your main one. Yeah, which is what I'm doing right now. That's the second layer, mind you. And then there, just adding some shadows here. Okay, that's the second layer. And then I'll go with the third layer, as you can see there. Touch 5, yes, you can see it's a touch 5 marker. So there. It's almost close to brown actually. And then that's the fourth layer, which is a black color marker, just for that contrast that it needs. There you go. It's gonna look metallic, guys. Just have faith. There. So since I forgot the hair accessory, I get back to it, and there you go. Then the whites. That's the last layer. That's how I make things look metallic. See, it's just simple to be honest with you. See, there you go. And yep, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my very first YouTube video. I hope you learned a lot. And right now, I'm just showing you the final output of this project that I did. So this has been posted on my Facebook page already, which is the same, um, which is the same name as my Facebook channel, the JD Mills, and also please check out my Instagram account, which is also the same name, the JD Mills. So see you guys on the next video, and thank you so much for watching again. My name is Jeffrey, and you have a good day, guys. Bye bye.